Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. That's me, Debsy. Bloop. Okay, everybody. And hello, friends. I'm back. I'm going to tell you from Jump Street, I'm going to try and keep my videos a little shorter just because of the throat issue from the Rona. So I'm going to try to keep it a little shorter. But we today are going to be getting into what happened on The Bachelorette. Because of that, I'm going to pull out this was a little mug that my friend Shelly had gotten to me. So there's tea in here. It's not hot tea. It is cold tea because it's 90 degrees outside and I'll sweat my ass off. So let's spill the tea on what happened on The Bachelorettes. So we started off this Bachelorette episode with a perfect way to get to know a man's personality. And that's in what I like to call the balls to the wall beauty pageant. So our Bachelorettes, Gabby and Rachel, they wanted to get to know them. We didn't get to talk to them that much. What better way to do that than put everybody in a Speedo and make them flaunt their talents? No, for real. That's what they did. They had their talents, and then their talents. So, listen, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Looking at men's chesticles. But a Speedo, I don't know. I don't know if a banana hammock is the way that I would want to go. And their parents, these men's parents, just watching this, I don't know how I would feel if that was my son throwing these nuts all up on the West Coast. So now let's get to the talent portion. Listen, some of these talents, these weren't talents. These were just men flopping around with these nuts. Meatball just got on the floor and threw spaghetti sauce all over his chest. What is that? Listen, as an Italian, I'm offended that you wasted all that sauce. I mean, sure, it was canned sauce, but hey, sauce nonetheless. You wasted some sauce. Then we got to the man who would eventually, this episode, become the villain, and that was Chris. That was Chris. Listen, he sang this song, and I wish I could get a picture of Gabby's face, but it was no. He's not going to be winning American Idol or The Voice. But the worst thing is the producers did him so dirty. I'm going to put it somewhere in here. They put on the bottom underneath his picture and his name, Tone Deaf. It was terrible. He did not make it to the winner's circle. The winners of that got their own private party with the ladies afterwards. So in that private party, started off kind of rough for Rachel, with a guy telling her, listen, I'm here for Gabby. She was like, shit. So then she goes wandering around. I don't know why she had to wander around this mansion looking for a man to talk to. I thought that they were ripe for the picking, like there. But maybe not. So then she comes upon Logan. Now listen, Logan's playing, I'm saying Logan's playing both of them, because he talked to Rachel through a whole, I admire your strength and your courage. He threw that up on her. And he threw a kiss up on her. So they kissed and they made out. Then he goes over to Gabby. What do? They make out. And so they talk and they're like, oh, well, I had a connection with Logan. So did I. We kissed. Oh my God, did you? Yeah. So here's the conundrum. Are they going to give they each have a first impression rose to give for that date, for that group date. Are they both going to give to Logan? They talk it out, and Gabby concedes and lets Rachel have Logan, which I thought was a great thing for her to do. But then I think it was Gabby who said, I didn't think that this is something that would be happening. Really? You have all these men who are vying for your love, and there's 2 bachelorettes. You didn't think that this would happen, that you would both like the same guy? Really? I don't know. ABC, though, banked on it. ABC guaranteed. They were like, shit, listen to this. We're going to get 2 women, and we know this is going to happen. This is going to be more drama. Guaranteed, they did. So there's only one group date. One group date this week. There's 2 individual dates. So first up, Rachel's individual date. Rachel picked Jordan V. He is a race car driver, and she's a pilot. So they hit it off very well in the first episode. They get in this really nice blue convertible. She's driving. You know, they're all like, boy, that brought out my 80 chins. And they're driving up the California coast, and then they get to this plane that is a 0 gravity. So they get in it and they fly away, and then it's the 0 gravity where you're floating through the air. Everything seemed going well. And then they go to dinner. Well, let me just tell you, everything was going very, very well. They're having dinner. Jordan opened up and told him about his parents' divorce, how it affected him. And she says, and Rachel says, Jordan's so perfect and exactly what I asked for. So the natural assumption would be he's going to get a rose and he's going to stay. No. She was like, I don't think I can see myself with him, despite the fact he's perfect. Forget it. So Rachel kicks Jordan to the curb because she can't see a life with him. So of course, let's then bring in the obligatory band that hardly nobody knows of, and ABC always gets them. They always have they'll have a really nice dinner, fancy dinner, and then they'll bring in a band that is a small up and coming band or something, and they'll dance, and sometimes they'll have fireworks. I guess ABC couldn't get back the money that they paid for this band, these 2 singers, so they still sang and did all the cutaways for Rachel and Jordan, and looking way like that. So there we go. Meanwhile, back at the mansion, the men were talking. The villain for this season so far was established. It's Chris, Mr. Tone Deaf. He is talking about his plans for the rest of the season. He plans on being in the final 4. He's definitely going to be there, and he's definitely going to Fantasy Suites. And he had said that if he goes to Fantasy Suites and he's intimate with a woman, and then that woman is has sex with any of the other men, he's gone. So he's just gonna up and leave, which anybody else who had watched Bachelorette at all, it was giving me Luke P / aka Jesus Showers vibes to me. I called him Jesus Showers because he was this guy who was, before he took this shower, he was a player. He slept with a lot of women. And then he was in the shower one day and Jesus spoke to him as he was lathering up. That's why I called him Jesus Showers. So Chris would just leave. He wouldn't even tell the lady. He would just go. Like, he would just be like, see ya, I'm gone. They wouldn't even know. They'd be like, where's Chris at? Be like, shit, he's gone. So it was real, first of all, presumptuous of him that they had never even spent any time with him. Neither one of them spent any time talking to him. And he was just assuming he's going to get to the Final Four. So someone had said to him, if you're going to if you're in the Final Four, or if you're going to the fantasy suites, then that means you're in love. And he says, no, it means that you made it to the Final Four. So in my mind, this guy believes it's a game. He's not there for the right reasons. He's just not. And what the hell? So you're trying to tell this woman, you're trying to control this woman that you don't even know, and you're trying to tell her what she can do, should do with her body? Does that sound familiar, country? No, let's not get into that, but I mean, come on, that's disrespect, and that's trying to control these women's journeys on trying to find love. So, no. So that was established that he's the villain, and he came off real cocky. Everybody was trying to talk to him, and he came off just real condescending. It was established, though, that Nate needs to be protected at all costs. Nate, let's protect him. Let's protect Quincy. I think it was Jordan C. and Hayden. You knew I wanted to protect Hayden anyway, so. So there's that. Next, we're going to move on to Gabby's first date with Nate. Lovely man. He's 33. He has a baby girl. He has a little daughter, I think, who he said was 6 or something like that. Loves her to pieces. Seems like he would be a great dad. So they go on a date. They get in a helicopter. They take a tour of Los Angeles and Hollywood, and then they get into the hot tub. It's always, when it's a hot tub, it's always, if it's a standalone hot tub, it's always, they pull out the same old wooden hot tub. So they're in that. Everything went well. They go to dinner. Everything is going great. And he gets his rose, and it was a great date for her. So then we move into the rose ceremony and the cocktail party before. Now listen, this is their chance to talk to some of the men they didn't get to talk to. Mario had gotten Gabby's first impression rose on the first show. So that, to me, in my mind, says, listen, Mario is set aside for Gabby. I did not like this, that Rachel then was talking to him, and he was getting real flirty with her and was like picking her up, like he's like, I'm a personal trainer, and here's something that we can do. I can pick you up and bench press you. I didn't like that. Rachel knows that Gabby had given Mario her first impression rose and has feelings. I did not like that. And I like Rachel, but I did not like that. And it looked like Gabby had seen them, because they were pretty loud and they were laughing. It looked like she had seen them. So I don't know if that's going to come up, but they talked a lot. Both the ladies talked to all the guys a lot. Well, then Quincy had gone and gotten Rachel, and Rachel had talked to Quincy, Jordan C., and Hayden, and they told him about Chris. She was pissed. She was very pissed. She went, got Gabby, they talked, and they both went and pulled Chris aside, talked to him, and said, this is very presumptuous of you to be talking about fantasy suites when we haven't even spoken to you. And once again, he was getting very condescending with them. Gabby had said, listen, I've heard enough. I'm going to ask you to leave. I want you to leave. Rachel said, I agree. And the thing was, they walked through the party. They didn't go about like a back way and be like, here you go, out on down low. They walked right through the party. And they get out to the front, and he said, well, what should I do? Should I just walk? They're like, yep, just walk. Walk down that dark path. Just walk, yeah. There's no car. Walk your ass down there. So we thought he was gone. Nope. He shows up, walks back in through the house, pulls the guys that he knows had told on him, plus Nate, and tried to get to the bottom of it. And then Gabby and Rachel come in, see him, and is like, "What?" And say to him, "Hey, what are you doing? We threw your ass out, so go." Oh, okay, all right. And he's gone. For real, he was gone this time. So then the rose ceremony went on, and the only drama, listen, we knew that this was going to happen. They usually save, sometimes they'll save a guy who had made a really good first impression till the end. So Mario, we were like, is Mario really going to not get one? I mean, he got the first impression rose the first the first episode. Is he really not going to get one? I'll spill some tea. He got it. So there's that. Next week, it looks like looks like a shit show next week too. That's why I watch. So there's going to be drama abounding this season. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there, because we all need it. Everybody, please take care of yourself. And I'm going to add this in after what I've gone through. Please be safe, and please be safe. And I love you guys, and I missed you. Bye, guys.